Back in my middle school years, me and my friends used to skateboard a lot. And so we'd go to a park to skateboard even more. This is the complicated story of how we started skateboarding. One of us started skating, and everyone else followed suit. Crazy, right? And so we'd be out the whole day sometimes. So naturally, at some point, you'd get tired. You'd get parched. How do you say that?
Parched.
And on one completely normal day, while skating at this park, I was parched. Luckily, we had a solution for that. See, right around the corner was a store where they sold soccer stuff, I think. I don't know, it's not really that important to the story. But more importantly, they also sold cans of soda for 50 cents there. Now, when you're a kid at that time, and most likely a soda junkie, well, that was a steal. So as I head back after grabbing my favorite soda at the time, I'm thinking, landing some nice tricks. Challenge myself a little more today. It's shaping up to be a good day. Glug, glug, glug. Feeling good, I decided to take a different way around back to the park. That way I can make like a full circle around the block. Satisfying. You know, it's like when you see this half-finished circle, you want to finish it, right? Same thing. In fact, I'd take this path every now and then. So I knew it was pretty safe. Not that I usually needed to worry about safety. But if you read the title, then you know that due to this one crucial, seemingly meaningless choice of make a full donut, that this was the day I was mugged by someone I knew. But first, some mood lighting. So, this is how it happened. See, as I skated back, I heard a voice calling my name. And the weird thing was, this disembodied voice was calling me by another name, but that only people from elementary to middle school knew me by. None of my skate buds called me by that name, because to be honest, I didn't like being called that name. I just never corrected them, because I don't know. So since it was someone I kind of knew, I was like, okay, I guess I'll turn around and look for whoever this is. But I'm not happy about it. So I look around and check it out and spot two guys in a car. I immediately recognize the guy in the driver's seat as a guy I was kinda briefly acquainted with in elementary. So in kid speak, that means that we were definitely friends back then. You're friends with everyone you kinda know at that age. Otherwise you don't have many friends. But as a teenager, I knew that we really had nothing in common. So I really didn't want to stay, but I was kinda doing that thing where you stay because it's rude to be like, okay, bye. And I was kind of justified in feeling that way because he was being a little sussy boy. Like, explain this. Why the hell was he in the driver's seat? Huh? We had to be like, 13 to 14 at the time? And the legal age to drive without supervision was 16, where we lived. So yeah, I wanted to dip as fast as I could. But yeah, he insists on trying to make some small talk, but eventually the conversation lulls. And I'm like, this is the time. So as I'm trying to say goodbye, I'm already partway leaving, he tells me, I have a gun. As he touches his left pocket, so I freeze. He tells me to take out my wallet, and even though I can't really see the gun, I comply. Because I'm allergic to not being alive. So his friend takes it from me, and then he searches it, only to find $2. I remember seeing his visible disappointment. I mean, I don't know what he expected. I was a broke teenager in ragged clothes, out for a skateboard sesh with the boys. Even if I was rich, which I was not, I wouldn't carry more than $10 to go skate a few blocks from home. So after taking the $2 and making fun of my school ID on top of it, they give me back my wallet. I'm like, okay, I guess I can leave now. But then he tells me to get in the car. I guess he took me being broke personally. So at this point I realized if I get in this thing, I'm basically letting them do whatever they want with my life. So I decide, I just gotta book it. So I dip, duck, dodge down the donut way back to my dear friends as fast as I could. I remember not hearing any shots, so I guess they probably didn't have a gun, but you never know. But I ended up not telling my friends that day. I don't know, maybe because I thought it made me look weak, or saying it out loud would make that event feel real at the time. And then I'd actually have to deal with my emotions as a teenager, and yeah, that ain't happening, bruh. In fact, I actually didn't tell anyone for a while. Just like with the cross-dressing story, I bottled it in, even though this story technically came first, I think. I only told other people right before the first time I told this story on this channel. But I've actually always felt like I really didn't capture the gravity of the situation when I told it the first time. So here it is again. Hopefully I told it well this time. You know, I tend to make fun of my traumatic experiences, because that's how I cope, but to be honest, it was really scary. I remember feeling terrible for a while, but also feeling relieved that I didn't become not alive, because I really thought I could have died if I made the wrong choice somewhere. Honestly, I'm happy I still exist. Well, enough about that. Background time. Just like with this video, I'm doing at least one video themed around every month I missed from October to March. This was the last Scary Stories October vid, and the next makeup vid is for November, whenever I get to it. Probably in April. Could be next week. Do I say subscribe anymore? I'll bring it back if it really matters. If it really matters, I'll bring it back.
Parched. Parched.
Bone dry.